2000. So it's been 16 years since we've played. And so never in my time at Penn State, obviously. And it's the game that I always remember my brother and dad going to. Neither one of them went to Pitt or Penn State. They always just went down and got tickets and hung out for the game. And it was just a good college football game to go to. So I just booked a flight last week to get back to Pittsburgh, but tickets are outrageous. I mean, you have Penn Staters who bought Pitt season tickets, and they're just going to either flush them or sell them or whatever they want to do with them for the rest of the season. But that was just to get that one ticket. So right now, I'm just planning on being in the city, hoping we can get our hands on some tickets somehow and not pay $300. But just to be in the atmosphere of it all is going to be worth it 100%. I mean, I'm flying out at 10 o'clock at night on Friday and flying back at 7 in the morning on Sunday. So I'm very seriously just going to be in the atmosphere of this game. And it is a big deal because I think each school talks so much smack for no real reason, other than, you know, it was kind of a school that a lot of people were toying between. I never actually even looked at Pitt just because I didn't want to be that close to home, and I liked the atmosphere at Penn State. I liked the fact that I was in the middle of nowhere and I was on a college campus and I knew who everybody was. Well, not everybody, that's a lot of kids. But at least knew that all of the people were college students. And at Pitt, you don't really get that. So I'm very excited. I think what I'm most excited to see is the division of fan base. I think Onward State ran an article that said Pitt had record ticket sales, because you watch those games on TV. I don't know how much you follow Pitt, but there's no one there. There's no one there. And it stinks for those kids because they have to get bussed down or walk down or cab down. They try to tailgate, and you've got city cops all over the place making sure that no one's underage drinking. And, you know, so that's a little bit of the city school, like, sorry, you picked that school and I'm, you know, on a college campus. But they don't have easy access to Heinze Field. So I do really feel for Pitt students in that respect, and that even if the football team was good, I don't think they would be filling that stadium. But I'm nervous about it, and I wish I wasn't. I'd like to go into this very confident, but Pitt has been building a pretty solid program over the years, and I don't think they can be counted out. And they've been relevant, you know, on their scale for a good couple of years now. And they've got some solid players that I think are going to make an impact. And I think they're going to be as jacked up as we are to play this game.
Tough for me to add to that analysis. That's well done, Kelly.
It's not a great analysis. It's just me being very excited to get there.
Well, I was going to say that Pitt, regardless of the outcome of the game, is going to have to be thankful to Penn State, because as you well stated, the stands aren't full at Pitt. And I'm not as familiar as you with the challenges of the students trying to get to the game, but it always, they're one of a handful of schools out there that play major college football in the middle of a city. And you see it at Miami, where the stands are half full for fairly important games. And you're like, how does this program compete at the level that they do? And the fan interest doesn't seem to be there, at least in person. Obviously, it is to a certain extent for them to pour the money that they do into football and to compete at that level. But, yeah, to have that stadium full, an NFL stadium, it's got to be odd for you, and we'll see what the emotion is to walk into a very familiar place but be the road team.
Yeah, it's going to be very weird. And that's what I think is going to be a fun dynamic, is that if my guesstimate is correct, I have a feeling it's going to be 75-25 as far as the actual fan base is divided. And that might be a bold prediction, but I don't think it is, just because you do have so many Penn State graduates living and working in the city of Pittsburgh. And a lot of us, I guess, like me, are from outside of Pittsburgh and wanted to get away a little bit. And it's not super far. It's only about 2.5 hours. But there's so many people in the city of Pittsburgh that are Penn State grads. And you know, my dad and I have been talking about this for a full year. When they announced it, I was like, Dad, we're going absolutely 100%. And then I think my mom got in his ear and was like, we're not spending that on tickets. So he might end up getting to crash me and my friends, but it will be very interesting. Yeah, to be the road team at Heinze Field, I don't even know how I'll feel about that. but it might be my only game at Heinze Field this year, so I'll take it. I'll be happy to be there.